Hello everybody, I'm Arglefumph. This is a playthrough for King's Quest II, Romancing the Stones. I am actually playing the remake of the game. The original version is called Romancing the Throne. So instead of falling in love with a chair, now I'm going to fall in love with some rocks. Awesome. I did play the first King's Quest game. I haven't played this game before. I played this game for about an hour, and then I got super stuck and could not figure out what to do next. So, it's going to be fun. This is going to be a fun playthrough. I don't know how to change the volume settings for the game, so I'm going to try to be quiet when the characters are talking, because you won't be able to hear me if I try to talk at the same time the characters talk. We are going to start with like a 10 to 15 minute scene, just setting up the story. And the basic story is that King Graham, he was our character in the first game. We played as King Graham, had to find like 3 magical treasures throughout this magical fairy tale kingdom of Daventry. Well, now he's King Graham, and he's kind of lonely. He wants to get married and fall in love. And that's going to be his quest in this game. He's going to have to find 3 magical objects again. They are stones. He needs to find all 3 of them in order to locate his bride-to-be.
Your Majesty. King Graham?
Oh, yes, Minister,
Gervain, sire.
Of course. My apologies, Gervain.
Not necessary, Your Majesty. After all, I've been your security and defense minister for but a short while.
Yes. Where did you say you were from again?
Just some small, insignificant land to the far south. Pales greatly in comparison to your realm, my lord.
Ah, do you have something to report?
As a matter of fact, my liege, there's a small concern regarding the duty shifts of some of the castle guards and of the countryside patrols.
Sounds boring.
Also, we are expecting our armed entourage from our nearest neighbor to return within the week. And there is the matter of an alliance with... my liege?
My apologies again, Minister Gervain. Please, continue.
Yes. As I was saying, there is the matter of an alliance with Eusperia. They've become a strong nation now, and it may be prudent to show our willingness to support them, lest they decide we are more of a hindrance than a help.
Does the king there have any daughters who've come of age?
I do not believe so, sire. As for the security arrangements for the royal ball held last week, I do believe the evening went by very smoothly. I dare say just about every princess in this region attended, and not one lost slipper, to coin a phrase.
Ugh, please, do not remind me.
Indeed, they were none too fetching. Would you like me to go over your plans for today, my lord? Very well.
Oh, forgive me once again. I am afraid that my mind wanders much these days. I wonder if my predecessor experienced times like these.
No doubt. Though I did not know King Edward the Benevolent personally, I understand he was a happy and astute man during his married life, before his wife passed away, that is. If I may be so bold, perhaps my lord is feeling that certain rooms in his castle are somewhat sparsely filled. The throne room, for example. And other rooms that serve but a single soul, like your dining room and your bed chambers.
Perhaps, but I do fear I've met no such candidates that would fill the rooms you have mentioned.
You should not lose heart, Your Majesty. If you pause to reflect for but a moment, you may see clearly what is hidden to others.
You gaze into the mirror. The minister's words seem to echo in your head, if you pause to reflect for but a moment. Not that you've been doing much else lately. For many weeks now, you've been reflecting over the direction your life has taken. While Daventry has prospered under your wise leadership, so far your existence has been a dreadfully lonely one. Wait, the mirror is changing. As you watch, you begin to see a series of images, though you struggle to fathom their meaning. You recognize the landscape. It is Kolyma, a land not far from Daventry.
I think this is a magical mirror. I think that's the idea. Was that one of the 3 treasures we had to get in the first game? I think it might be. I'm sorry, I don't remember the 3 treasures we got in the first game. I forgot the first game already. Oh dear. So this is where we want to go. We want to go to this place on the island. Kind of a fancy scene to give us that clue, huh? Once we find the 3 stones, place them against that wall. It looks like we're going to be taken here to a fancy tower. And at the top of the tower is Rapunzel! I think. This is a fairy tale game. I would not be surprised if Rapunzel was in this game. Like in the previous game, we had Rumpelstiltskin and the witch from Hansel and Gretel.
You see the most beautiful woman you have ever set eyes upon. Somehow you can feel her sadness and her intense desire to leave that place. She is a prisoner in that tower.
Did you find what you were looking for, sire?
I require my ship ready for transport, Gervain. I shall be going on a trip presently.
Indeed. Where shall I tell the captain you'll be heading?
To Kolyma. I have to find someone.
I see. Well, if you must go, it is my duty to ensure that you leave prepared. Arm yourself, sire. I hear Kolyma is not the safe haven it once was.
Of course. I shall take the sword of the first king, as is my right.
A wise precaution, sire. And, if I may be so brash to ask, who might you be seeking?
If all goes well, my bride.
So is Gervain captain of the guards, or is he the royal matchmaker? What's going on here, dude? Well, that's an exciting beginning. And, of course, we have some villains. In Kolyma, we get to meet the 2 villains who are going to stop King Graham. Oh, evil cave. Oh! Oh no, that's not good.
Father!
Sister Hagatha,
How may I be of service?
an opportunity has arisen, sister. I trust you still have your captive held securely away.
Of course.
A bit cruel, keeping her locked away like that. Do you not think?
No. How dare she flaunt her beauty in front of all to see? Her foolish male admirers see her and forget that I was the most beautiful of all in my day.
And in your own special way, you are still beautiful.
You devil!
That is not an unfair description.
Now, you mentioned a service, I believe.
Yes. The King of Daventry has advised his faithful minister that he shall be departing for Kolyma presently. On a quest, you might say.
Really? What kind?
The kind that involves sticking his neck out to rescue a damsel in distress.
And what have I to do with his neck?
Put simply, my dear, sever it!
Is that it? That's it. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I wonder who those villains are and why they want to kill King Graham. This is not good. This is quite bad. So let's begin the adventure.
A day's journeying from Daventry has found you by the shores of Kolyma. Your ship, the Grand Thithor, and its crew have deposited you and will return the day after tomorrow. Hopefully, this will give you enough time to locate and release the imprisoned woman you saw in the magic mirror.
So there's a puzzle here on the first screen of the game, and I totally missed out on that. Yeah, we want to grab this item here.
A net has been caught around one of the pier's pylons.
Yeah, that's an important item to get.
A length of rope lies next to the crates at the end of the pier.
See, I thought we had to grab the rope.
The rope is old, worn, and weathered. It would be of no use to you.
But a net that's trapped in the water for a long time, that's a great thing. So let's go to the right. Then we're going to go down here to the shore, and we're going to swim to get the net. Yeah, that's how you solve this puzzle. That's how you solve the puzzle. So let's see, we probably have to swim all the way to the net before we can grab it. Fortunately, King Graham is a pretty good swimmer.
You're too busy swimming.
What? No, grab the net!
You untangle the net from the pylon and take it with you.
Haha, take that, pylon. Got your net. Now I'll swim back to the shore. So like the first King's Quest game, we've got a lot of fancy scenery. It is kind of hard to know where you're supposed to go, though, because some of the screens have items and then some don't. So, like, off the top of my head, I know there's got to be, like, oh, there's a clam I need to get somewhere. And a lemon, but, like, where in the forest would I find one of those? I don't know. The only thing that's particularly easy is this pathway. You can follow the pathway all the way to the town. And I don't think I'm going to the town quite yet. Let's get to this stone storyline, which is in like the bottom right-hand corner. Oh, and here's a puzzle. Here's a puzzle. Here's a puzzle.
3 gold coins shimmer in a nearby patch of grass.
And we have...
You notice a thick rope dangling loosely against the trunk of the tree. Upon closer inspection, you see that the rope actually runs away from the tree and into the thick grass on the forest floor. This is obviously a trap.
Yeah. So you can accidentally walk into the trap and get stuck. There's a violent scene that happens if you do that. Like, King Graham gets hung from the air, and then he is violently murdered. So what you need to do is cut the rope here. And then grab the coins.
As you pick up the gold coins, they suddenly turn dark. Now they resemble ordinary metal. Wait a minute. This isn't gold. It's fool's gold.
Yeah, it's not actually gold. Oh well. Let's see. Bottom right-hand corner. I think maybe we're going to go down? This is a spring.
It is a natural spring flowing from the rocks. A pool of water collects at the base.
Cool. And then to the right, I think that is the rock. Oh, wait, no, these are actual rocks. There are rocks blocking the right-hand side, so I guess I have to go up and right. Here we go. Okay, great. We have this bridge. It's kind of tough. You want to walk over it carefully because you can fall off to your death, and that's scary. Okay, so how do I leave? No. Don't fall to your death. Walk to the right. Okay, good. And I don't think I can go, like, up or right from here. Like, I don't think I can go up another screen. Like, if I try to walk here... Yeah, he's not going up. But take a look at this. This looks like giant hands.
Oddly, the short path runs up to the mountain wall here, but leads nowhere else.
Yeah, so it took me about an hour to actually find this area. And it's very, very important. You're supposed to actually kind of do this at the start of the game.
You get no response.
Oh, no response. Really? Because it should talk to me.
Incredible. The door you have discovered has taken on the appearance of a face. It is silent, however, and almost seems to be waiting for something.
Waiting for a conversation?
Greetings. I am King Graham of Daventry. Would you, by any chance, know of the way to a strange island on which stands a quartz tower in which a beautiful woman is being held captive?
You feel more than a little foolish. Surely a door, even one with a face, would neither hear nor understand you.
I am the door of destiny. I am sought out by many, found by few, and opened by none so far. For indeed, only once can I be opened. Such is the magic that I am. Through me will you find the destiny you seek, if you can but perform a task.
Anything!
You feel intense exuberance that you have come so close to your goal in such a short time.
You must bring me the gems of nature.
I beg your pardon?
The stone door rumbles from deep within. For a time, it says nothing. And then...
Gems of 3 I ask of thee to fetch, collect, and bring to me. In water shall you find the first, though not the type to quench your thirst. Spy the second, high in the sky, with wings or no, thou still must fly. Through swampy mire, so it is heard, in lone dark castle lies the third. Should you succeed, my noble king, to your fair maiden I will bring. I warn you though, you should beware. A danger cloaked awaits you there.
Without warning, the stony face falls silent. As you watch, it gradually smooths out to become the mountainside face once more.
Wow. Like, oh my gosh, I hope somebody wrote those clues down, because that's a lot to remember.
You notice that within the door, 3 shallow indentations have sunk into the rock's surface. Presumably, the 3 gems of nature must fit here. Now all you have to do is find them. How did that poem go again?
I don't know how the poem went. Like, beware, danger awaits you there. Gems of 3 must bring to me. The first one is found in the sea. Yeah, so several things don't happen until you've talked to that face. And one of them is this.
A piece of paper has blown here in the wind.
Yeah, it's a piece of paper. It's a piece of paper.
The paper is torn and dirty. It looks like a flyer of some sort.
Yeah,
you
pretty
smooth
cool.
out the torn and tattered paper and read, Curios I have, to the town do come, awaiting I am.
All right. So we just triggered a puzzle, and that's actually 2 parts of the puzzle. It's like a 2-part puzzle. Number 1 is we're going to do something with the curio trader, and let's see if I can get to the ocean in time. The second part of the puzzle is going to be at the ocean. Hey, let's walk here. We're going to see a nice little house. The house is locked if we try to go inside. There is somebody inside.
The door of the little cottage is kept closed. You decide to respect that.
Yeah, but you can't go inside the house. I feel like we're probably going to go inside the house later on in the game. This is a very fancy-looking house. Ignoring it for now, we have a mermaid here. So talking to the rock makes the mermaid appear, and that's the other half of the puzzle with this curios person.
A mermaid basks on a nearby rock. Her long flowing hair extends over most of her upper body. The green scales on her lower body sparkle as she basks in the sun.
A magic mermaid, hooray! And the puzzle's actually talking to her.
You say a few words to the mermaid. It quickly becomes apparent to you that she cannot understand your strange speech, let alone speak it.
Yeah, so how can we solve the puzzle of talking to a mermaid?